Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today we're hunting silver. In fact, we have a full 250 face value count bag of all walkers and Benjis. And what we're going to be doing in today's video is we're going to go through it and see if we happen to have any luck with better dates. Additionally, we are going to continue our Walking Liberty $50 books. We are almost done. In fact, if we open it up, you'll take a look. We're just missing a few here on this page, a few on this page, and one in there. And then we're missing one in our 37 to 47 book. To make things easier, of course, I made a list of what we need. I also made a list of stuff that I would like to upgrade because they are in horrible shape. I'd like something a little bit better. I do not intend to find the 21, 21D, and 21S. Those are going to be really hard to find. The 16 and 16S obverse are going to be tough to find as well. But the hope is that we can find these coins eventually as we go through these bags. Even if they're heavily circulated, even if they're calls, if they're barely readable dates, we'd still like to be able to find them. So we're going to do that. Additionally, we are going to start a Franklin $50 book, since a lot of this is Franklin's as well. And the beautiful thing about Franklin's is that is definitely a set that can be finished out of scrap bags, whereas I never expect to find like the 21s in any of these bags. So I don't ever expect to fully finish this. Once we get down to like the 21s and maybe a couple of other really hard ones to find, we'll probably find them elsewhere, fill them up so we can show you a complete book. But that's what we're going to do today. So let's get into it, but really quick, if you're new here, if you like videos like this, you want to learn more about silver stacking and more, do me a favor, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's start hunting some silver. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to dump this out on the table. I need somewhere to put all the stuff that I have searched. And we'll get this bag out of the way. So we'll just reuse that bag. And we have a lot of stuff to sort here. So what I want to do is kind of sort this by walkers and Benjis. That'll make it a lot easier to do the Benji book and the walker book. And then we'll go through the walkers. So I'm going to get this sorted, and then I'll bring you back in when I have it done. Okay, so I have them separated into two boxes. We have our walkers here and our Benjis here. It looks like it was close to 50-50, but I think we have more Benjis than we do walkers. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the walkers. We're going to try and fill these numbers here that we are still missing, these years, I should say. And of course, we will look for upgrades on this side of the token as well. Again, I'm not looking for uncirculated ones, but some of these have, you can barely read the date. So if we find something that's a little bit better, it'd be nice to get somewhat of a decent upgrade. And then we will come in for the Benjis, and we will do the Benjis as well. So let's get started on the walkers and see if we can find any upgrades. I'll go through them and bring you in as I find anything. Here we go. And pretty quickly, we've been through a little over 30 $50, and we do have a 1918 Denver. Now, this isn't on a need, but it is on an upgrade list. So let's take a look at the 18 Denver that we have. And yeah, as you can see, this one definitely has more clear of a date. We'll go ahead and get that closer to the camera for you. So you can see what we have in there is definitely a little bit more worn, and there's some discoloration around the center. So this is an upgrade. It's not a major upgrade, but it is a better readable date. So we're going to go ahead and keep that. And I think we'll probably mark 1918D off of our list. We'll just put a check mark by it just in case we find another one that's nicer. But at least it's our first find. Let's keep going. Okay, we're not that much farther in. We actually have our first find, like something we need. So as you can see, we have 1919 here. Very hard to read, but it still does exist. On the reverse, we do in fact have a Denver mint mark. So 1919D is one of those coins that we need. Now this one right here, we're gonna go ahead and mark down as needs an upgrade because it is pretty darn rough, but it's still a 1919D, which we don't have in our book, and that fills another hole. So let's go ahead and plug that in there. And as you can see, we are getting really close. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 10 in book 1 still needed, and only 1 in book 2 still needed, which would be the 38D. All right, let's keep hunting and see if we can find another one. All right, so next up, this actually wasn't on my upgrade list, but I ran across it and we need a 29D, so of course I looked at the mint mark immediately, and it's a 29S. It was not on our upgrade list, but I thought it was a pretty good looking 29S, so I went ahead and compared it to the one in our book. And sure enough, this is actually an upgrade. Our 29S currently looks like it has a rim ding, multiple rim dings, and has been polished. Whereas this one definitely still worn, but looks much nicer. So that is an upgrade. We'll take it. It's an unscheduled upgrade, if you will. All right, take a look. We actually found, I had to go double check and make sure this was an upgrade, but we do have another find. It's another upgrade. It's not another find that we need in no empty ones, but definitely a better 19S than what we currently have. So compare them side by side. You can see our 18S. You can see our 18S that's currently in there you can barely read the date on, whereas this one has a much stronger date. So we have yet another upgrade. So we've only found one so far, but we have an upgrade, which we will take. And we have another upgrade that is an upgrade, but not necessarily an upgrade that we would still not upgrade it if we found another one. But I just found, literally 2 coins later, a 19S that looks to be a little bit better than the one that we currently have in the book. It's not a major upgrade, but it is definitely an upgrade and one we will take. So very cool. There are some older coins that we have found inside this mess of walkers here. A lot of 40s, of course. That's how it goes. But we are finding stuff. So let's keep on going and see what else we can find. And I thought we were done. But take a look at this. I just had to double check the book and make sure I wasn't mistaken. But sure enough, that is a 1917S. I mean, literally, this is all, just these here. These piles I've already looked at. Just these here are all I haven't looked at. So this was one of the last coins I could have picked up. And we do, in fact. I know I had it written down, but I'm like, really? And so here we go, guys. We have a 1917S on the reverse. And it's in pretty decent shape as well, going into a hole on the book. That is actually a pretty solid one. Happy to take it. Wait. Oh, wait. I didn't even write. Oh, my goodness. We still need the S in the obverse. Look at this. I made a mistake. I had 17S still needed on the reverse. Wait, I had that mark. Uh-oh. Did this fall out of the book? All right. Is it possible that this fell out of the book into my pile when I was working? This doesn't make any sense. So I didn't have it down. So we still need the 17S obverse. Uh-oh. So we still need that 17S obverse. I wrote down the 17S reverse as needing an upgrade, but if you take a look here, it wasn't in there. So what did I do? Did it fall out? Did it fall out? I do not know. We also have an 18 here. This is an 18S, and it is an upgrade. Oh my gosh, we're going to take this 18S reverse upgrade as well. All 18S's are reverse. But we're going to take this 18S upgrade as well. And holy smokes. And we have a 1920 here. What do we need from 20? We need a 20S, and we need a 20D when we need a 20S upgrade. This is neither of those. Okay. So, whoa, hold on. 17. Oh, wait. So this, all right, so yeah, confirmed. One of these fell out of the book, and I don't know which one it is, but we do, in fact, have a 17S reverse upgrade. I think, I have to go back and watch the video. I think when I opened it, it was in there. But either way, this is, these are both the S reverses, and this one is definitely nicer. So if this one was the one in the book, then we did have an upgrade. If this was one in the book, then we found one that we didn't need. Very confusing end of the Walking Liberty section of this video. I fully admit, you guys are probably laughing at me right now. I totally understand, but you know, it's already recorded and on tape, so it is what it is. That being said, that is all we found in Walker. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make another pile here. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And it looks like we only officially added 1 to the pile. So it looks like we had, some of this you can't see, but we had, oops, yeah, I'm making a mess. So we had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10, 20, 30, 240. So $121-ish in face value of Walking Liberty half dollars, which means we have just a few more Benjis than we do walkers in today's hunt. So the next thing we're going to do is a brand new Benji book. We're going to open this up. We are going to hunt through the Benjis and see if we can, see how much of this book we can fill up. It'd be cool if we can fill up the whole thing. We do have a lot of Franklins. There are no really key date Franklins like the 21s and the walkers, the 16 with the, or the 16 period. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so let's get into it. It's time to start hunting some Franklin half dollars. Okay, now that we have our walkers out of the way, it is time to get into our Franklin half dollars book. So I put all of our Benjis inside of this 9 fine mint box. It's time to pour them out. So there will be a lot of video to share in this one because obviously we'll be filling up a lot of the book. So what I'll do is I'll go through them, I'll fill up some of the book and bring you in and show you what we found. That way you're not seeing me put every single, it would be too boring to watch me put every single coin inside of this book. But as you can see, as we start, it is completely empty. So our plan is to go through a few stacks, fill a few holes, and then bring you in and let you see the progress as we go. So let's get going in the Benjis. Okay, so I figure it's time to bring you in just to show you where we are already. So just to give you an idea of how much we found, this is all we've set aside that we've already had duplicates of. And take a look at our book. We have already filled up your 48, your 50s, your 51s. We need a 52 and a 52S, but we got the 52D. 53, 4S, and 56, and then we need a few on this page as well. We also found one duplicate that we used as a reverse, but I did want to bring you in because we already have our first upgrade, and I know that's silly because you guys haven't seen me add anything to it up until now, but take a look at this. We actually found this really nice, basically, it looks basically uncirculated 57D. I almost don't want to put this in the book. You know what, actually, let's just put this. Let's just put this in a flip, because this one's too nice to go inside one of these junky books. That's a really nice 57D to be sitting in a pile of silver here, but we still have a 57D for our book. This book, it's going to be a circulated book. I'm not that worried about, the condition of the coins as long as it's not super bad. So let's keep on going, but that gives you an idea. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. We only need 18 coins. So we have already found half the set, which is pretty good if you ask me. Okay, time to bring you back in again. So page 1, we're just missing the 48D and the 49S. Not too bad. They're going to be a little bit harder to find because they have lower minages. Same goes for this page. We are missing the 52S with a minage of 5.5 million, the 54S with 5 million, and the 56 with 4.7 million. The third page is a little bit more surprising. We have yet to fill the majority of that, which is not what I expected at all. But we are still missing the 58, which has a minage of 4.9 million, but the 60 at 7.7, the 61 at 11.3, the 61D at 20.3, the 62 at 12.9, the 63 at 25.2 million, and the 63D at 67 million. I'm very surprised that we're only missing 5 coins from the first 2 pages, and we're missing 7 coins from page 3, which should have been the easiest in my opinion. So I wanted to bring you back. We also upgraded a couple of coins, but not too many. But I'm starting to hope that we can finish this, and I think we still can. I hope so. We'll see what happens. We may struggle on getting all of these, 5 million and under coins, but we'll see how close we can get regardless, and maybe we'll finish it in a future video next time I have a huge 90% buy. Okay, so we're probably about 80% of the way through, maybe a little bit more. Just wanted to bring you in for another update. So we are getting closer. As you can see, we need the 48D, the 49S, and the 56 Philly for the first 2 pages. And then, unbelievably, we are missing the majority of the third page. We have not found a 60p. We've not found any 61s, not a 62p, and any 63s, which is unexpected to say the least. So, at this point, I don't think we're going to finish the book, because if there were 60s and 61s in here, I probably would have found them at this point. But let's go ahead and finish up. I'll bring you back in when I'm completely done with what's left, and we'll see how close we got. All right, and that completes us for the Benji. So we ended up finding a 49S as well as a 61D. I think that's what we found since the last update. So we're missing the 48D for the page 1, 56P for page 2, and then we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins for page 3. Once again, unexpected, especially given that 63Ds, 67 million minted, the highest mintage, I believe, of any of them in this book, and there were none in this pile. So that is what we got in today's hunt. We did both Walkers and Benjis. And we're going to have to get something to hold these babies in place. All right, we're going to have to do something for that. Anyway, we'll get that out of the way. And I did find a couple of nicer looking AU/UNC. We had a 58, or I'm sorry, yeah, 58, 57, 58, and 59, all Denvers. So I went ahead and put those in flips. I just thought they were really nice. And other than that, we had ourselves a great hunt. So there you go, guys. Thanks for joining me. We will, of course, do this again in the future. So if you haven't seen the series before, if you want to keep up with it, see if we can ever finish our Walker books or if we can finish our Benji book, do me a favor. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.